Hello, welcome to my channel if you're for the first time. Welcome back if you've been following. Guess what? We're actually gonna post a video on time. I'm just kidding. It's Saturday we did. So I'm not gonna lie, I was lazy. I didn't want to walk. We have a shed and my type of books is in the shed and I did not want to go walking out there. So I used Libby again. I just kind of scrolled through random books. And this one was really cute. It looked good. It's called Ninja Bunny. Sorry. Sister vs. Brother by Jennifer Gray Olsen. So, this is the adventure. Basically, the goal is to find the golden carrot of awesomeness. So that is what this story is. So, some tips. I always go through some tips. These tips are going to be things that kids need to know in order to be able to read. So, when you're reading, please read with your finger. That helps them learn how to track print. Before they can even read, they have to know that print goes from left to right, top to bottom. So I probably did that backwards. This is my left, but this is your left. Left to right, top to bottom. They need to know where the cover is, where the back is, and that you turn one page at a time, right? You start on the left page and then go to the right page. Those are just all things. Basically, they need to know how to be able to use a book in order. And we think that those are simple skills and that they should just be able to do it, but they're not always as simple to kids as we think they should be. So just keep that in mind as you're reading with them. So what I do, well, I'm just going to go in 5 out of 5. This was a very cute book. So what I do is I try to make this as easy for you as possible. So many parents want to do their best, right, and read with their kids. They just, they don't know good books. They don't know how. So what I kind of do is walk through how I would read this book with them. It's important to ask questions and to find vocab. So you probably know my pattern by now if you have been following. But it's often helpful to read a book multiple times, right? Even for us, the more you read a book, the more you remember, right? So here's kind of what I do. The first time I read a book with them, it'll probably be just labeling questions. So many kids that I know in the preschool are on speech, and a lot of their goals are just identifying verbs and identifying objects, being able to choose objects. So labeling just everything in books is going to be helpful to get them vocab and verbs, right? So the first page, I would probably point to the carrot, because there's a poster with a carrot. I'm like, what vegetable is that? I would probably get them labeling, and they might know. Also, the second time, I kind of ask recall questions. And when you ask questions, make sure you're pointing to the answer if you can. So a recall question for the first page would be so what are they going to go looking for, right? And same answer, but it's just a different question. The third one, the third time I read, I try to relate it to them, right? I try to make it more applicable. Do you like carrots? Do you think it would be fun to go on a hunt dressed as a ninja to find a carrot? They would probably love that. So and if not, be what would you like to go search for, right? Just ask them those questions. Again, I'm talking. The vocab on this page. So words are tiered. And so you're going to want to describe some words as you go through. Remember, you don't have to, some books don't probably have any words that you might need to define, but it might be helpful before you read it with your child, just to read it yourself, and then you can pick out, okay, they may not know what this word is, they may not know what this one is. You don't have to do every word each time. You can maybe pick 2 or 3 words that you want to focus on that time that you're reading. And if there's only one word, then maybe every time just point it out. But The word on this page is sneaky. They probably know what that is because kids like ninjas. To make it even more interactive, you could ask the kids to do their best ninja sneak for you. Like, get them up and moving while they're reading. So second page. Brave might be a word that they don't know on this page. He just says, follow me, bunnies, from lightning fast. I'm silent. I am brave. They may not know silent either. They might know quiet better. Maybe they'll know silent. But this one, I might ask yes or no questions on this page to kind of get them thinking about like what a ninja does. So I'd be like, are ninjas fast or slow? And then have them kind of guess. Are ninjas loud or quiet? Do ninjas get scared really easily? Or are they brave, right? So I would kind of ask those questions and then read it. Yeah. And then again, you can make it interactive. Can you run fast like a ninja? You could just have them run in place. You can have them practice being silent. So this one, he's just going back and forth with his sister. So yeah. Let's see. I know this is really fast. Insurmountable. That is a very big word that they probably not gonna know, obviously. So just talk about how insurmountable means it doesn't appear like they can get through the vines. Like it doesn't look like they can get through. So yeah, this is basically, and I guess if you kind of think of what the story is trying to teach, then you'll kind of know. This is trying to, the whole point, the brother didn't want to play with the little sister because he says only big kids can be super awesome ninjas. But then, okay, spoiler alert, she ends up finding the carrot first. So then he decides that little kids can also be super awesome ninjas too. So that is maybe something to bring up. I mean, yeah, I just focus on labeling or interactive. Like, she's too little to jump too high. Can you show me how high you can jump? Like, just things like that. And then, like, only big bunnies can be super awesome ninjas. Like, I'd be like, do you think that's true? Can only big bunnies be super awesome ninjas, or can little bunnies? Right? There's a picture of a barn. I'd probably label the barn. Yeah. So that is Super Ninja Bunnies. It's a cute little story. I'm glad I found it. I'd never even heard of it before. Ninja Bunny, sister versus brother. So go read it. And yeah, thank you for following so far. If you're new, well, just everyone first. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like this and share it with everyone. This is so important for parents just to have different books ideas and how to read it. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't, hit the notification button, because why not? Like I said, I'm usually pretty consistent. I feel like the last month or so, I've not been so good at posting on Mondays. It's always like Tuesday. But normally Mondays and Wednesdays is a child's book to help parents. And then Saturday is kind of my book where I talk about what I'm reading. So That is a pattern. As always, leave comments. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear if you've read this with your kids and how it went. Or just other suggestions, or just any other comments that you have, because I have the best subscribers ever. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.